And Instagram Insider just leaked the best way to use Instagram hashtags to increase your reach and explode your growth on the platform. This new Instagram hashtag strategy could double, triple, even quadruple the amount of reach you're getting from hashtags, both on the hashtag pages itself, but also being able to rank on the Explore page where you can gain a ton of targeted followers as well. I found this strategy a couple of weeks ago. I tested it out on my small Instagram account, saw awesome results, and then went on to try it with clients and some of my larger accounts, which I also saw awesome results with. On my smaller account, I went from getting no hashtag reach and no Explore page reach to getting thousands of each on individual posts. Then when testing it on some of my bigger accounts, I was reaching hundreds of thousands of people from hashtags and multiple hundreds of thousands of people on the Explore page. This is ridiculous. And the best part is, it's way simpler than the old way. So let's get into it. Before we do though, if you're new around here, my name's Josh. I'm a 21-year-old here in New Zealand. I've gained over 500,000 followers on my account, millionaire.dream, and I've grown a ton of other theme pages. Then I started an agency and have helped a ton of clients build their accounts. And now I'm making 2 videos every single week here on YouTube, teaching you how to crush it with Instagram, build your brand on social media, and make more money. If you want to see more content like this, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. And then let's get into today's video. So what is this wild new strategy? Well, a few weeks ago, I was scrolling through Instagram where I stumbled across a post from a guy named Lucas. And in this post, he claims to have spoken to an Instagram insider who revealed how to best use hashtags to increase the amount of reach that you're getting on your content. Now, I'm going to be honest, you can never 100% trust it when someone says they've spoken to an insider. We've had this situation on the channel before where I looked at an article where someone said they'd spoken to an insider, and the same sort of thing applies. Because if said person did talk to an insider, the insider would most likely want to stay anonymous and want to be kept private. However, at the same time, they could also make it up. So take anything you hear from any guru or anyone claiming to have spoken to an insider with a grain of salt. Test it out yourself. If it gets you results, stick with it. If it doesn't, ditch it. No shade, I'm just saying be careful. Now, getting back to the post goes on to say that he talked to an insider from Instagram. They talked about a ton of things. Hashtags was just one of them, and that is what this piece of content is about. But here's what it had to say. It said, talk to the algorithm. Hashtags are one of the few ways to still communicate with the algorithm, so we should use them to tell the algorithm what identity and niche we want to create here on Instagram. Which, then going on to the next slide, it says less hashtags. I know, I'm one of the many people who has been saying we should use all 30 hashtags all of this time. And again, this is something that I've preached on the channel. It has worked for me. It has helped me grow a ton of accounts, and I've pushed using all 30. But let's see what they've got to say here. Next part of the post is, but here's what I was told instead. Using fewer hashtags, 8 to 15, will give you a more focused identity for the algorithm. And using too many hashtags, so all 30 for example, can confuse the algorithm. This is an interesting point of view that, I'll be honest, I've never really considered in the past. But by better hashtagging your content with slightly less hashtags than the full 30, allows you to get more intentional and only use ones that are hyper relevant to the content that you are posting. And by doing this, it is giving the algorithm a better understanding of what this content and what this account is all about. And when the algorithm has a better understanding of that, they can put it in front of more targeted people who are more likely to enjoy your content. And as they're more likely to enjoy your content, you're more likely to get a positive reaction from the people it's put in front of your content. And then when the algorithm sees that, they see all this positive engagement and they can start pushing it out to more people. So it's actually really beneficial to you and to the end user. So according to this post, by using less hashtags and being more intentional with it, gives the algorithm a clearer understanding of what your content is all about, which is really important. Now, the post goes on to show a screenshot of a caption posted to the @creators Instagram account back in spring, where it suggested using 3 to 5 hashtags. And I'll be honest, I didn't see this post at the time when they made it, so I was unable to create content test it out and mention this. But if you guys do see any cool recommendations from Instagram, any different articles, any new updates, any new features, you're welcome to send it to me on Instagram and I will take a look at it, and if it's interesting, make a video about it. Now, the post ended with 4 key takeaways that he took from the call with an Instagram insider, specifically related to hashtags. Now, number 1 is to include about 8 to 15 hashtags on your posts, but closer to 8 was recommended. Now, approximately 3 of these hashtags should be the same on each post to tell the algorithm what identity/niche you want to form with your account. Then the remaining hashtags should be highly relevant to the specific content itself. And lastly, hashtags should hone in on who the post is for. So, based off this information, using 8 hashtags with 3 of them just general about your account and what your brand is about in general, with 5 ultra specific to the piece of content itself, is the formula he's suggesting based off his information with the expert that'll help you increase your hashtag reach. And on top of this, by giving the algorithm a better understanding of what the content's about, by using less but more specific hashtags to give a clearer understanding of what it's all about, it'll allow the algorithm to better push your content to more people through the explore page, through hashtags, and improve your reach. With this in mind, I figured I might as well test it out on my account at Cleverpreneur. Now, I am super inconsistent on this account. I'll go through a phase of posting every day for a week and then leave it for a couple of months whilst I'm focused on other stuff with my company. I haven't put the effort in to grow it organically, I'll be straight up. And because of this, I get pretty much 0 hashtag reach and 0 explore reach whenever I post content. Most of my growth comes from people sharing the content, tagging their friends, and from people from my YouTube channel finding the account, as well as sometimes I run influencer marketing ads, etc. Lots of my other accounts grow really fast organically. This just isn't one of them because I don't put in the effort. But I figured, why not try this out and see what happens? So I did. I applied this new hashtag strategy over my last 5 posts, and these are the results. So the first post that I applied this new strategy on was this one here. It was a banger. It looked great. It got a ton of engagement. And if we dive into the insights, considering I usually get no reach from hashtags or explore, this one reached just about 1,500 people on the explore page, which I think is the most any piece of content on this account has reached through explore. Now, it doesn't say the hashtag reach, there's 156 came from other, so I assume the majority of that came from hashtags. If we scroll up to the next page, this piece of content was a bit niche for my account. How to land clients on Instagram. It's only relevant to a small percentage of people, and therefore it didn't get as much engagement. However, if we look at the insights, I still reached over 345 people from Explore and 35 from other. So even for a low engaged piece of content, I still got onto the Explore page and reached 350 new people with my piece of content. The third post I used it on was one that got sort of average engagement. It's a bit wider, but it didn't really sort of pop off. 300 likes, pretty normal. Again, if we look at the insights though, 548 people from Explore found this content. 550 highly targeted new people found this piece of content using this strategy. Now, I didn't use hashtags on this post here, the 10K one, because I wasn't trying to reach new people with that. I was just saying thanks for 10K, and I appreciate those of you who do follow it. Anyway, the next one, this one again, pretty middle of the road engagement, but good, valuable message in the post. And if we take a look at it, almost 1,000 people reached from Explore. Not too many from hashtags, but this hashtag strategy is, I believe, what is pushing me onto the Explore page. So I'm not necessarily getting a ton of reach from hashtags, but it is hitting the Explore page because of the way that I'm categorizing my content in the algorithm, which I think is helping me reach these people. Now, if I look at the 5th post, this one, really bad engagement. I put this together, I didn't use a designer. 167 likes, not great, but still 200 people reach from Explore, 100 from hashtags. So this content, despite being way less engaging than usual, way less likes than my usual content gets, was still reaching a ton of people through Explore and hashtags, mostly through Explore. So even though 4 out of 5 of these posts had horrible engagement, I still reached like 5 to 10 times as many new people through Explore and through hashtags than I usually would. Like the first post, which was ironically about how the Instagram algorithm works. 40% of the people that saw that didn't follow me. That's new people. That's thousands of new people I'm getting in front of with this strategy on a small account that's not very active and doesn't get much engagement. And from this hashtag strategy, I was able to gain 200 new followers that week. Now, I should easily be able to increase these results 3 to 5 times by simply fine-tuning my content a bit more so it's more engaging, it's hitting the algorithm better, and I've got the right fonts, I've got the right colors, I've got the right design and all of that, and I'm more consistent on the account. Easily should be 2, 3, 4, 5 times the results that I've got so far, which is way bigger than what I was getting previously. But it does go to show that this strategy is worth trying. Now, if you're already getting insane reach on hashtags and Explore, then maybe you don't have to. But if something is going wrong and you're not quite hitting the numbers you'd like to, this is definitely worth trying and seeing if it's going to help you. But how do you actually go ahead and implement it? Well, let me dive into my computer and I will walk you through it. So diving into my screen, I have loaded up the tool that I use for all of my hashtag research, analytics, and pretty much just tracking the results of everything that I do so that I can optimize it and grow. That is Flick, and you can get a free trial of this with the top link or one of the links down in my description for a week or so. So the first thing I'm going to do is simply come across to search and search a keyword in my niche. So I'm going to go say content. I'm going to go Instagram tips, and I'm going to try and find 3 keywords as the post suggested that are relevant to the overall niche of my account. Now, what Flick has done is it has given me 3 different sets to look at. I've got the low competition, medium competition, and high competition. I'm going to spread out one from each, which means I should have one that I should be able to get on quite often, one that's a bit tougher to rank on, and one that only my best content will get on. So I'm going to use Instagram tips, then I'm going to use Instagram tips for dummies, and then Instagram tips for marketers. 3 different keywords that I can use on my account, and I can use those 3. What I'm going to do is audit selection, make sure none of them are banned. One hashtag might not be suitable, very small. So it is too small to get any reach. I'm going to remove it, and I'm going to come back and I'm going to find another hashtag to be the overall one for my account. So what I might do instead is search a different word and use content marketing, because content marketing is a big pillar of what I post about, how people can build audiences organically. So we will find that hashtag here, content marketing, 3 hashtags selected, audit selection, all 3, none of them are banned, 3 out of 30 spots filled, add to collection and new collection, and that's going to be base hashtags, base account hashtags. So that is going to be the base of what you are specifically using for your content. Each time you use those 3. Then the next 5 to sort of 7 hashtags are going to be relative to the specific post itself. So if we jump across to my Instagram account, and let's say I'm going to be doing the hashtag research for this post here. Instagram content is simple. Understand the target audience you're looking to attract. Work out what is of value to them, then present it in an eye-catching way. If I want to find hashtags for this, all that I'm going to do is go to search, and then I'm going to simply come back to reset these ones here. What I'm going to do is put in a keyword. So this post is all about content marketing, which we just pulled up before, but I'm going to take a look at the content, or the hashtags, sorry, on here. Now what you can do if you want to find hashtags, I'll just go back a moment, smart filters, and then what that's going to do is it's only going to show you hashtags that you're capable of ranking on. So it'll remove all the ones that are too big, and then so on. Now I prefer the table view, so I'm going to bring that one up there. But I've got content marketing. That's already part of my selection. So maybe it's social engagement, as that's relevant to the post that I made. That's about social media. Target audience. Also a pillar of what this content is about attracting your target audience. And I'm just going to try and find another sort of 3 that are relevant to the content itself. Marketing strategist. And then what else we got here? Marketing quotes. I guess that's a marketing quote. Content marketing strategy. And that there has given us 8 hashtags. So we've got the 3 base ones. And what you're going to do is then simply copy that to clipboard, or I guess audit the selection first, make sure none of them are bad, copy to clipboard, and then when you go to post, add those hashtags into your post. And that pretty much wraps up the video, taking a look at a new Instagram hashtag strategy that you can try out using 3 sort of core hashtags that are all about your account, and then 5 that are about the specific piece of content that you're posting yourself. Personally, I use Flick to find these hashtags, organize these hashtags, and measure the performances of not only the hashtags, but the content itself. If you want to get a free trial of that, there's a free 7-day trial with my affiliate link down below, which supports the channel at no extra cost to you. As per usual, as this is a new strategy, try it out, take a look at your results, give it some time, maybe use it on 5 or 10 pieces of content, look at the results. If it's better than usual, stick with it. If it's less than usual, drop it, don't go with it. It honestly comes down to a lot of trial and error. And that's pretty much it. If you want to learn more in-depth strategies to grow and monetize your following on Instagram, then you can grab my Instagram ebook as well as my Instagram crash course bundled together for just $9 with the link in the description as well. I'll drop that down below. It's on sale, $9. It'll teach you all of the stuff you need to know, and you'll also get added to my email list, which only goes out to customers, where I'll give you a ton of other cool insights. That's it from me. See you all next time.